Whether you believe in creation from a supreme being or that we evolved from primitive primates learning to stand up and utilize our thumbs, one thing is for certain. It took us a long time to get where we are today, and we most certainly adapted to our environment learning to survive. As we ascended to the top of the food chain, it wasn't because of our strength or our intelligence that keeps us here, but of our ability to endure and run. One could argue that today we are born to run. In the United States, obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death, only behind tobacco use. There is hope. What if I told you that there is a secret fix to obesity, stress, and depression? An almost near guarantee that all aspects of your life could improve from one simple task. This is the journey of movement that we as a species have been on for millennia. This is why you should run for 30 minutes a day. Prior to joining the military, I was 65 pounds overweight and unable to join. So I decided to put on my running shoes and start running. By the time I joined the military, I had lost 65 pounds and I've kept that weight out for 6 years. So this is not only a testament of why you should run, but also a success story of how running can help you. As I said before, today I'm going to talk to you guys about obesity in our country and how that's affecting us. I'm going to talk about the physical benefits of running, the mental health benefits of running, what running how running affects your brain, and how addiction deals with how running can deal with addiction, and then finally some life-changing results that running can have in your life. So let's dive right in. As I said before, obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death in the United States. 65% of adults in the United States have obesity. An article written by Caitlin Newman called Obesity in America, a Health Crisis, she lays out how obesity is so bad for us. 300,000 Americans die each year due to this preventable health issue. Estimated annual medical costs of obesity in the United States are $147 billion. This is crazy. How did we get here? Before we were a complex digital society, thousands of years ago, we hunted and gathered for our food. We had to chase our food down in order to survive. Because of this, our bodies pushed out a gene called the CMAH gene. This gene was developed and produced sugars in our bodies that we no longer needed. Dr. Okenberg at the University of San Diego explained how this gene, once pushed out, allowed our muscles to have more oxygen in our blood, which allowed our muscles to produce more oxygen and get more oxygen in the blood. Our tendons got longer and we were able to run longer distances. Unfortunately, pointed out by another doctor, Dr. Ratley, in his book called Spark, our ability to run and our brain developing from running also developed our sedentary lifestyle. So by us running, we literally developed a sedentary lifestyle. There is a way to fix this though, having a good relationship with running. Next, I'm going to talk to you guys about the physical benefits of running. So we all know that running is fun or hard. Some people think it's hard, some people think it's not hard, but there are physical benefits to running. I personally think running is a lot of fun. I enjoy it and try to do it every day. Some of the benefits of running, stated by Dr. Dulica in his article called The 5 Benefits of Running for Health. Bones and muscles. Over 200 muscles are used in each step. Running improves both joints and ligaments. Some of the other health benefits, it makes your body more efficient, lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels. When you push your heart to harder rates, when you're sedentary, your heart will beat slower, which would make a stronger muscle is going to last longer. You've reduced risk of heart disease by 35 to 55%, almost by half. Moving on to some of the mental health benefits of running. Running puts endorphins in your body that are naturally produced, such as dopamine, as well as serotonin. Running increases these levels and allows you to be in a more calm state. Unfortunately, comfort is killing our brains. By us not moving, lack of movement, Dr. Ratley again talks about in Spark that lack of movement decreases our brain function. Also, running can be used to combat depression. In the book Spark, again, it talks about how 17% of adults deal with depression, and $26 billion a year goes into healthcare costs for dealing with that. But when they found that running just 30 minutes a day can decrease depression symptoms drastically in adult males. Now, addiction in the brain. You ask, how can running affect addiction? Well, as I said before, I talked about dopamine. Some people know dopamine is the response receptor to when we want something, we get dopamine put into our brains. They have found that running and gives our bodies dopamine. It's a positive fix. So kicking the habit. They also found that a positive combatant to a drug addiction. In the book Spark, it talks about how the Odyssey House in New York, they use running to help with people that have been addicted to hard drugs. And they found in that program that people who run in that program stay in the program 50% longer and are less likely to go back to using drugs. If some of you have heard about runner's high and what they're talking about and referring to, is that what's very interesting is our brains are very complex structures. So when we get chemical imbalances in our brain, or when we eat food or when we eat chocolate, the biggest thing to understand here is when people use certain kinds of drugs, people eat chocolate, and we exercise, the same chemical is getting dumped into our brain. So if we're able to manipulate our brain to know that we're running instead of having a candy bar, it's hard to believe, but you're gonna get that same chemical dumped in your brain and you're gonna positively feel better. A brighter future. Why this is important for you. If you struggle with running, make a goal for yourself. Figure out that maybe you start walking 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. This will lead slowly, gradually to bigger steps. One healthy habit is going to lead to another. I guarantee if you start running, you'll start smoking. If you're a smoker, you'll quit smoking. You'll slow down on your drinking. You'll have better health habits. You will learn how to develop healthier lifestyles due to running. Investment in time. Another thing in the book Spark, it talks about how running increases productivity, and that they found that students that ran before class in the morning would actually be 17% more cognitively aware during school. So today I talked to you guys about the benefits of health from running and why I think that you guys should run 30 minutes a day. And I talked to you guys about how running has helped me in my life. I'd like to leave you guys with a quote. Running is an incredible thing. It brought us to the peak of the food chain, pushes us to new limits of our physical and mental ability, and keeps us sane. I'd like to leave you with a quote from Plato. In order for man to succeed in life, God provided him with two means: education and physical activity, not separately, one of the soul and other for the body, but for the two together. With these two means, man can attain perfection. And with that, it's time to lace up your shoes and get out there.